Nick, Boris here, and for the next 12 days, Ari and I are going to be driving to Alaska. And on the way, we're going to be visiting 6 different national parks. So we'll be visiting North Dakota, South Dakota, Wyoming, Montana, and Canada, photographing wildlife, camping, cooking good food, and exploring our way through the mountains until we reach the last frontier. This national park is located in the North Dakota Badlands, right outside of a town called Medora. It is a Wild West town that the cattle drive kind of came through. You have the Cattle Drive Museum, professional bull riding museum is here. They have an outdoor amphitheater where they put plays on, and you have elk that roam around. Nestled in the Badlands, Medora, North Dakota was founded in 1883 by French nobleman Marquis de Moraes, once a bustling cattle town. It's now a charming gateway to Theodore Roosevelt National Park. Preserving its rich history and Western heritage, Medora proudly celebrates its cowboy and cattle culture, offering visitors a glimpse into the rugged life of the Old West. And the wildlife in the national park is mainly known for a lot of the prairie dog, as well as, of course, the buffalo. So you have a lot of American buffalo and wild horses. And there's even a wild buffalo right here, and wild horses and prairie dogs. So you have all 3 happening right here. Yeah, so this place is covered with prairie dogs right now. And right in front of me, I've got what looks to be 2 Lakota horses. There's a huge dispute in the park between whether or not these horses should be removed because they're considered feral. Yeah, obviously Spanish brought horses to the Americas, so they're not wild. But the Lakota horses were used by the Lakota tribe, more commonly known as the Sioux. And why a lot of people like myself even want them here, to me, they're one of the last remaining remnants of the Wild West. Well, let's take some photos of them. I would like to get a shot of the prairie dogs, the bison, and the horses in frame. I don't know if you could hear that, but that's all the prairie dogs barking. Theodore Roosevelt National Park, you could probably guess that it's named after our 26th president, Theodore Roosevelt, and he had a big influence on the park and its establishment. Theodore Roosevelt National Park. A land as rugged and wild as the man it's named after. The park's divided into 3 sections: the North Unit, the South Unit, and the Elkhorn Ranch. The heart of Roosevelt's Dakota adventures was the Elkhorn Ranch. This is where he took refuge in the Badlands. Roosevelt first came to the Dakota Territory in 1883, looking to hunt bison, and the land spoke to him with its rough edges and untamed spirit. But it would be heartache that brought him back for good. On a single day in 1884, he lost both his mother and his wife. Seeking solace, he returned to these Badlands and threw himself into ranching. Eventually, Roosevelt sold his ranches, but the Badlands stuck with him and they fueled his drive to preserve America's natural wonders. This park, where the spirit of adventure and conservation lives on, is his legacy. As I was saying, the park is known for having these prairie dog cities, the bison. There's also elk and pronghorn in the park. There's a family of golden eagles too that actually reside on one of the cliff sides here. And besides that, the main reason I'm here is because last year, me and my little brother were camping along the Little Missouri River, which is just down there. I checked eBird and found out that there was great horned owl sightings. My little brother actually spotted them, and I was able to spend 2 days photographing these owlets, and it was an amazing experience. And I checked eBird as I was driving in, and 2 days ago, someone put on eBird the great horned owls. So this is the Cottonwood Campground. It is nestled right here in the valley along these mountain ridges. Absolutely stunning. But it was this site right here where the owls were. And I was just standing in the grass and able to photograph them. So we just parked the car, decided to get out and kind of walk this path that kind of goes through to the bathroom, and I think it cuts through some of the field. You can't see it, but right on this tree here is a bird. I'm not big on what birds there are out here, but it's sleeping right now. Check out these shots of it sleeping. But the big thing that's gonna help us find owls is looking for coverage, and they like to face the south. That way they get sun from morning to dusk. Another indicator to help us find the owls is if they had owlets this year, they'd screech, you'd hear them talking. But last year I remember them being really quiet until it got dark out. And that's a big pile of horse poop. Maybe someone will tell us if they've seen something, or maybe we'll get lucky. So starting right over here, you have the walk-in sites, and it's a really beautiful campsite because you can camp right here along the Little Missouri River. And last year when my little brother and I were here, we actually woke up right over there, and there was a bunch of feral horses right across the water from us. Let's go down to the water. Make sure to sidestep. But just look at this. It's absolutely beautiful. What do you think, Ari? Oh, yeah. We'll head back through a different path, see if we find anything, and if not, then we're gonna drive into the park for a little bit. Hopefully we'll end up actually seeing some more close encounters with wildlife. Oh yeah, she is. You haven't heard an owl or seen an owl around here, have you?
Let's ask our birding expert.
This is Ari. She's having her birthday today. She's
That's her
1 year old.
first birthday today.
And this gentleman is asking if we have seen or heard an owl, and I think we did.
Yeah, we did.
But where?
There, yeah, back there.
You think across the river?
No, I don't. What do you think?
Back up in the trees there?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I don't know what kind. It wasn't a screech owl, and it wasn't a barred owl.
Hey,
So I stopped and talked with that gentleman. I think his name was Jake, and he brought me over to his group. We chatted for a little bit, and they said that they've heard it the past 2 days, but I think where they think they heard it and where it was actually further. I think it's either across the river or down the river, and it's not in the campsite then. And I'm not gonna walk through there. We are gonna go try and find some other wildlife. Only a few minutes into the drive, and well, we found our first bison. We'll go around the back side. Oh yeah, and you could see him grazing. So this ridge here there's supposed to be a gold eagle nest, and I think it's right here. There's a mound right there with about 4 little babies on it. So we're gonna try and take a couple photos of them since they're looking real cute right now. When you look out into the field, you'll see most of them just doing this, standing up and chirping. Well, I'd say that's about as exciting as that's gonna get. I don't have all day to sit here and wait for something cool to happen. Last year, it was this S-curve right here where I photographed some of my best buffalo shots. They were sitting right on this dirt mound to my left here, and they were just laying in the dirt. They'd stand up and shake it off. Just look at that view. And I say it every time I'm here. People skip on North Dakota, and I'm glad they do, because there's no one in this park. Don't come here, not worth it. Let me continue to enjoy it all by myself. So I'm currently in the prairie dog metropolis of Theodore Roosevelt National Park. Supposedly there's burrowing owls here. I have never seen them here. I don't know what to look for. I've never actually photographed them. And all of these are prairie dog mounds, and they could literally be in any of these. I'm not gonna spend my time looking for them. These little specks right there, so we got 1, 2, and 3. Those are buffalo. I think this is going to be it for our little trip here. I had to come to this park, even though I didn't really get any amazing photos. I just wanted to pass through it. This park is like a home park for me. My home of record has been North Dakota for about 7 years. Now it's going to be Alaska, but I don't know, this park just has a place in my heart, and I love it, and it's beautiful. But I think we're going to get a lot more epic stuff. So now it's on to South Dakota, finding a campground and getting some food going.